Hey there everybody, how's it going? Nice to see you again. Thanks for coming out today. So as you can see, I got some nice conditions here at the lake up in the Elkhorn Mountains and taking advantage of that. Got a lovely reflection happening down here. Got the X-T5 down there, and the good news is I got the XH2 on my other tripod doing the video. Yes, the XH2 got a reprieve. It did not have to go away, and that's a good thing. Sold a couple of prints, found a little bit of money I didn't know I had, and that's the way it goes sometimes. So in case you're all wondering, I don't do credit, and that's why I couldn't just pop my tires on a credit card. Just in case you've been paying attention to the saga of the tires. But got the tires, got the ones I wanted, they're awesome, and so enough of that. So I'm gonna do some photography here. I'm doing a 10-stop neutral density filter. I got the motion of the water, although everything, when we first got here, it got when I first got here, it was kind of breezy a little bit, but now it's just gotten absolutely dead still. So that's interesting too. So, and of course, right when you start doing your photography, some nice people float into your scene in a bright orange and yellow neon rubber raft. Hey, we're all having a good time. That's what counts. As long as they keep rowing, I'm good. It's perfect, isn't it? In my canary yellow canoe. My elephant too. I wanna go tripping in my canary yellow canoe. So great conditions out here today. It's about 65 degrees. It's sprinkled a little rain, but the clouds are wonderful. The light is perfect. Just couldn't ask for better. Really beautiful conditions. I've got my 10 to 24 on. I'm shooting at about 10 millimeter. I've also shot at, right now, that last shot was about 13 millimeters. So, and I've got Acros dialed in. As a matter of fact, what I really want to dial in, Acros with a red filter. Let's do that. Get some contrast up in the sky. I've got the high ISO noise reduction on because I find that helps a lot. I've been doing a lot of printing, and I've been actually framing some stuff, and I have a bunch of prints, new prints up on my website. I'm kind of redoing my website a bit, and pretty cool. I really like where that's going. So if you haven't checked that out in a while, check that out. It turns out, like I've been wanting to do a film thing, and you guys know I love my film, and it's nostalgia, and I get that. But it turns out that, you know, this isn't 10 years ago. And from the research that I've been doing, the top galleries are accepting pigment-based, archivally processed photographs for sale. So from a fine art perspective, which in the back of my head, that's always where I'm coming from, because that's always what I aspire to do. And that's what I always try to do. So from a fine art perspective, you know, the darkroom prints Like, I mean, it's not necessarily necessary any longer, as long as you've processed your pigment-based prints with pigment ink on the finest papers, Hahnemühle Photoreg Burita, Moab Juniper Burita. You know, a Moab Juniper Burita, I have to admit, I bought a bunch of stacks of that stuff. I probably have 200 sheets of that stuff, and I've been printing on that, and I really love it. So it's more of a warm tone than the Hahnemühle. But the thing that's there's a quality control issue. I'm getting a lot of black specks, and they're showing up in, like, I've been doing some, you know, some abstract negative space sky things, and I'm getting these black specks that are in the paper. So now when I print with the Moab, like, I inspect the paper first before I print on it. So that's kind of a no-go. So I've been fooling around with other papers. And but the Hahnemühle is great, the Photo Burita. I like the Hahnemühle natural paper. The hemp-based paper is beautiful, because evidently, from what I understand, the hemp is a natural white, and it doesn't need any brighteners, and it's all archival, of course. And what other papers have I been messing with? That's about it. So moving forward, I'm not sure what paper I would standardize on. But if the Moab keeps having these, I mean, I love the Moab and I love what it does, but if it keeps having these quality control issues, like, that's a no-go. Yeah, so doing some research on it, like in 2023, it seems like the terms have broken down to pigment-based ink papers, and then of course your darkroom-based real silver gelatin photography papers, and then I don't know why I said real there, and then there's also the term glycée or glycée, which is French for droplet, and I'm totally murdering that. Apologies to all French-speaking people out there. That term has now seemed to apply to dye-based non-archival prints. So the term archival pigment print, which is what I've been doing, you know, for years, is acceptable to galleries and museums as fine art photography. The Glycée prints are not as desirable because they're not archival. And then, of course, your darkroom prints have always been acceptable because that's all there was when they first came out. So I'm really comfortable with my process for printing pigment-based archival prints and then dry mounting them onto museum board and then putting them in frames with 99% TrueView UV glass, which has become really expensive. But yeah, so I'm totally satisfied with that product, and they are beautiful prints. And the good news there is I can also dabble in color when it presents itself. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the whole process right now. And my 40 megapixel Fuji X-Trans based sensor cameras, I mean, that's the business right there. So very happy with where I am right now with my photography. So there it is, great conditions. Had a great time photographing today. Just, I mean, how can you go wrong with this? This is gorgeous. And really loving the XH2 and the XT5. What a perfect combination for in the field. I mean, just wonderful. It's these small channels that really need you to subscribe, because if you like this content, like, subscriptions is how you vote. So if you like what I'm doing here, and you like this content, just please hit that subscribe button, because that makes all the difference in the world. And I'd really appreciate it. Have a great one, and we'll see you out here. Bye.